Welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
Hey.
I'm here with my brother, show assistant, segment producer, legendary Ariel Valentine.
Yo.
How you doing?
Good, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And I'm here with the legendary artist, songwriter, actor, my boy Finn from the legendary band Love Ghost.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that sick introduction.
Of course, brother.
I appreciate it. Hell yeah.
I want people to know that, first of all, I'm an actual fan of your music. Like,
Man,
for real.
thank
Like,
you.
you see me in the crowd, I'm singing all the words. I know all the words. I'm going to tell you my favorite songs later, but I'm an actual fan. How do we meet?
Absolutely. I think we met at Seeker Studios at a casting, right? At a commercial audition. And usually I just give people like little flyers saying like, hey, I just dropped a song.
Yeah.
And at that time, we had just released, me and my band had released a song called Closure. And I was like, hey, you got to check out this song. And Tony's a real one. Tony's loyal. Like ever since then, I've always seen him out at the shows, rocking out. And, you know, Tony's 6'6", so you can't not notice him. And I'm like, hey, that's Tony. That's
right.
Tony every time, going
That's
crazy.
right. I'm 6'8".
Oh, yeah, you're 6'8".
Don't tell your pops, but I'm 6'6" for castings. So just
Okay.
I do go shorter. You got some buzz in Mexico right now, yeah? Mm-hmm. How did that happen to kind of like get buzzing over there and perform over there? Like, how did that even come about?
Right. That's a pretty interesting story. So yeah, basically, I started releasing music, and at first, kind of like most artists, you know, it's a very hard journey to get people to actually, you know, listen to your songs and to care about it.
Yeah.
So I was releasing music, I was posting it online, and then after maybe 3 or 4 years, my YouTube started doing really well in Mexico. I don't know why. I don't know how, but for some reason, for whatever reason, it resonated. Started getting a lot of comments in Spanish saying, you know, come to Mexico, come hang out in Mexico.
Randomly? This is random?
This is random.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like during the pandemic, probably like 2020.
Yeah.
And so one day I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Mexico. So I just like packed my car full of like whatever I needed. I drove down to Tijuana and I started like checking out rock shows down there and kind of like immersing myself in the culture down there. And I really like, and it was really dope. And I was really kind of embraced immediately. Now, like up here in America, there's a lot of misinformation about like Mexico and, you know, like it's dangerous and there's the cartel. And especially with everything that's going on right now, there's, you know, there's tension and whatnot. But my experience was just all love, super grateful. And it was just a lot of harmony and a lot of, you know, creating music and playing music. And then I started doing a lot of collaborations with Mexican bands. One band that I collaborated with was Whiplash. And now we're like really good friends. And I took them, they stayed at my loft in Skid Row in LA. And we were like, rocking out, partying. And then we played at Warp Tour and it was like so much fun. And yeah, just for whatever reason, me and Mexico just clicked.
I didn't know that's how it happened. That's so crazy. I thought it was like some connection or some manager or something. I know you went over there and just got it popping. I met Whiplash. They came out to the Catwalk Club, took care of them. A bunch of rock stars came in there. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That was a dope night. Thank you for doing that.
Of course. I do want to do a little icebreaker just to get us going.
Let's do it.
It's called This or That. Ariel, you want to take it away?
Yeah. So this or that, I'm going to pick one, and it's going to be quick answers. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
That's wait a second. That was okay.
Yeah.
My guy, we're here.
That was confident.
That was very quick. Okay. Yeah.
Kurt
It's not
Cobain.
even close for me, actually. In that
Ooh.
debate.
Hey, we like that.
Yeah.
All right. Kurt Cobain or Fred Durst?
Kurt Cobain.
Denzel Washington or Al Pacino?
Denzel Washington.
Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
That's like a perfect test.
Boom, boom, boom.
I didn't expect that.
I like that.
That was good.
That was
I
really
mean,
great.
The only question that maybe I could go back and forth with is the Al Pacino versus Denzel Washington because I'm a huge Scarface fan. But I don't know, Denzel Washington.
Yeah, he has too many classics.
So many classics.
Yeah.
And actually, I love his son too. Like his son really has the X factor. Like
Yeah.
of course, Denzel Washington has the X factor, but there's something about his son. Like every movie that I watch with him, I'm always rooting for him, like 110% all the way.
Nice.
I think Scarface is the greatest movie of all time. So like, if I had to pick one, like the best movie, it's Scarface for me. Before we get to this, before we get to King of the Hill, I want to say too, like he's one of the hardest working artists I know. He's dropping a song like every week. He's collaborating with someone like every other week, and I've just never seen no one like move at a pace like that.
Yeah.
I thought I have over 100 songs out. I'm sure you might have 500.
Yeah, it's about like 300
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Yeah. No, you dope, bro. You dope.
Thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like that was kind of just with me, something that was told to me when I was in high school from a mentor. Was really it was about the illusion of choice. I might be butchering this exact quote, but basically it goes like this: you always have two choices in life, you always have more than two choices in life, but you actually you don't. You only have two choices, and those choices are either you do the thing, which in my case would be write the song, make the video, play the show, make the content, or you have the other choice, which is to be left behind,
Right.
to not do it. And I really kind of just like took that to heart. I was like, if you know what you want to do, you should dedicate all your time to it. You know, there's time to party and have fun later, but right now is now.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's big facts.
Yeah. We know. What we got next, Aaron?
So real quick before we get into King of the Hill, I just want to tell you that I've been listening to Spirit Box like on repeat. As a musician, I love to hear the acoustic piano. I love the minor chords, and that song has been getting a couple of views for me. Just
Man, I really appreciate you checking it out.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thank you. Spirit Box, actually, like I've been sitting on that song for like 3 or 4 years, and now it's finally coming out, and I'm super excited that it's out. And yeah, it's just like you said, it's a minor composition. It
Is this
definitely has
this
that
new?
emo kind of gothic feel to it.
Yeah,
it came out like
Wait, when this come out?
about like last month.
Okay, I haven't heard it yet. I'm like, I hear everything Love goes. I heard that one, Spirit Box. Okay.
That
and
resonated.
yeah, because the Spirit Box is like a little medium that people use to talk to the afterlife,
Right.
Allegedly, if you believe in that type of thing. And so actually, I did have an experience with the Spirit Box and like a crazy goth girl in LA, and I was like talking to Kurt Cobain, and I was talking to Michael Jackson, and I was asking them all types of questions, or at least that's from what I understand, that's what was happening.
You sound haunted.
And that's why I wrote that song.
I did not expect that answer.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, we're going to make this game a little difficult. It's called King of the Hill. I'm going to give you an artist or a band you're going to start with, and then I'm going to name the next one, and you tell me who you're going to keep. You're not going to know when the game is over.
Damn.
All right.
Okay. I'm
so
nervous.
you're starting out with Panic at the Disco.
Dang, that's a tough start.
All right.
Okay.
The Who.
Keeping the Who.
Kiss.
Oh, this is rough.
Okay, I'm leaving Kiss.
So you're keeping the Who?
Yeah, keeping the Who.
Foo Fighters.
Keeping the Who.
Queen.
Keeping the Who.
Hey, yo. All right, go ahead.
Metallica.
Keeping the Who.
All right, man.
Nirvana.
Keeping Nirvana.
All right, my guy.
Hold on. Guns N' Roses.
It was actually interesting. Guns N' Roses, my first dog that I ever had, I named him Slash because I loved them so much. But I think Nirvana overall had a bigger effect on me musically, so I'm going to keep Nirvana.
Okay, halfway there. Aerosmith.
Nirvana.
Pink Floyd.
Nirvana.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
This is good. This is good. This is one of the best King of the Hills. This is good.
Yeah, that one's tough, but I'm going to keep Nirvana.
Radiohead.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's also really tough. I'm going to keep Nirvana.
Korn.
Hey, this is crazy.
Yes, I like that.
It's good. It's good.
I'm gonna keep corn.
Ooh, okay. The Beatles,
I'm gonna keep corn.
Rolling Stones,
I'm so sorry. You corn over okay, and then woo, okay.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Rolling Stones,
I'm gonna keep corn.
Corn is corn is up.
AC/DC.
You know what? AC/DC always makes you feel like you can win in a fight. Like Back in Black.
Corn
starts-
too.
Well,
Yeah,
corn
corn-
too.
yeah, for
Yeah,
corn
corn
too.
too. So just like corn is more so like I'm gonna bite someone's ear off.
Yeah.
Like AC/DC is like I'm gonna like punch you as hard as I can in the face. You know what? I'll keep corn.
Hey, okay. Lincoln Park.
Yo, this is crazy.
I'm gonna keep Linkin Park.
Ooh. Led Zeppelin.
I'm gonna keep Linkin Park.
And the last one, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, in my opinion, probably has the best visual aesthetics of all time, especially like in their art and all the different characters that they create. It's so creative. But I'm gonna keep Linkin Park.
Linkin Park wins
Linkin
King of
Park
the
is your
Hill.
King of the Hill.
Linkin Park wins.
Wow.
Dang.
Corn had a good run.
Corn had a good run.
Corn had a
good
great
run.
run.
And Nirvana had a good run. The Who had a crazy run.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'm learning about you and your music.
Yeah.
I wanted to share, and that's so crazy. You have those bands. I always make lists, and I always have like Mount Rushmore's like greatest top 4 of all time or whatever. So as he's listing those bands in my mind, I'm like, man, who are the top 4 bands ever?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna give you my list.
And yeah, I can't wait to hear.
Feel free to chime in if you want. But it was Nirvana,
Yeah.
Blink 182, Motley Crue, and The Killers, because that's just my all-time favorite band.
I mean, that's a great list. And also, I think 4 of those bands also kind of exist in their own pocket that's super important and super relevant.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
kind of like if you want the best pop punk band of all time, if you want the best 80s hair metal band of all time, if you want the best pop rock band of all time,
Yep.
you know, kind of hard to disagree with that list right there.
I know you know your music from your music, but just talking to him, like he really, really is tapped in. My honorable mentions were Limp Bizkit, which you didn't have on the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Queen, Green Day, and Linkin Park.
Yeah, I mean, all those are great bands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to share my favorite Love Ghost songs with you.
Oh, and now I'm curious. I love
The
it
Mount
when people say
Rushmore. What
this.
you got, Tony?
Yeah, it's and these songs are like still in my August playlist. I make a playlist every month. You make like every playlist every month. Like it's so crazy.
That's good.
No, you
Thank you.
I mess with your music for real. So my favorite Love Ghost songs, my top 4, Mount Rushmore would be Closure.
Hell yeah.
That's when I became like a fan. Like, whoa, these guys are crazy. Pulp.
Yep.
Pulp is in my playlist now. Like,
Damn.
yeah,
Thank
like
you.
AK-47. Yeah, Left on Red
Left on Red. Hell yeah.
and Fade Away. Fade away, don't
Fade
fade
Away.
away. These are songs I'm belting at the shows.
Yeah. I mean, I see you out there. I'm like, you know all the lyrics. Like
Yeah.
everything, like all the verse lyrics too. I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Of course,
Yeah.
brother. And these also leaned on like they're more like punky. I would say these are.
definitely more punky, a little bit more kind of, I think, like upbeat, sort of like they're really good live. Those songs,
Yeah.
especially because it's kind of like you can get everyone kind of yelling, jumping
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And, you know, like some songs are really good for live concerts. Some songs are good, you know, like on a sad day when you're in your car alone.
Yeah.
And you know, all those songs are really, really fun to play live.
Yeah,
So,
no, they're awesome. We have a song coming out.
Oh, whoa.
Everyone, it's called Midnight.
Midnight.
It's super catchy, and I can't wait to get in and record that record with you and track that record with you.
Hell yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big.
Yeah, just the journey of like, you know, my journey with music.
Absolutely.
I was a rapper, still am a rapper, and then was always drawn to rock. And as I like, you know, Never Get Enough, and then Fast Lane, and Lost Without You, and then Last Call builds up to like this Smells Like Everybody Wants to Be Happy EP that has Last Call, Midnight, and all this other stuff on it. So we got one for real.
I'm excited.
We got one for real.
It's
For
gonna
real.
be dope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So today's trivia, my trivia is always based off of the guest.
Oh,
And so it's called Ghost Trivia.
that's perfect.
All answers
It's
have
spooky.
all
Spooky
answers
trivia.
have ghost in the answer.
Okay.
Okay,
That's dope, man.
that's dope.
Your name is your buzzer. to see who's going to answer first. Okay. So, question number 1. Ray, Winston, Egon, Slimer.
Tony.
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
That's it.
I know. It's because, as Ghost myself, I'm sensitive about the Ghostbusters and like how they target our community.
Yeah.
The ghost community.
There you go.
All right.
I only got it because of the slime. Bro.
The Slimer, right.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
This animated series was a popular late night staple of Cartoon Network.
Danny Phantom?
No. Looking for Space Ghost.
Looking for Space Ghost. Remember, every answer has ghost in it.
Okay. That's,
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know that show though, so.
In 2001, this horror film took the world by storm. That's still amongst the favorites today.
Ghost Ship? No.
No.
2004?
In 2001, this horror film took the world by storm. That's still amongst the favorites today. 3, 2. We're looking for 13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts. Okay, he wasn't born yet, but we.
This Marvel character was played by Nicolas Cage.
Ghost Rider.
There you go.
Dang, what's it, 1-1?
That's 1-1.
All right.
3 left. What is the name of the killer in the Scream movie franchise?
Ghostface.
That's it.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh.
Uh-oh. This plant produces one of the second hottest Scovilles to the Carolina Reaper.
Ghost Pepper.
That is it. Oh,
What is
wow.
it? What is it?
A
Ghost
ghost
pepper.
pepper.
What is that?
A ghost pepper.
What's that, man?
One time I ate a whole ghost pepper when I was 10 years old.
How did you survive?
At my,
Are they spicy? Are
at
they
my
spicy?
element. They're like crazy spicy.
Bro, the Scoville's
I
like
think
a million.
like they burn your skin.
Yes.
Like if you like put it on your skin, it'll start burning your hand. And
You ate a whole one?
Yeah, when I was 10, I
That's
got
crazy.
this one like crazy kid brought it to school, and I was like, "Hey, you give me $5, like I'll eat
For
the whole
$5?
thing."
For
For
$5.
$5 is
well,
crazy.
when you're 10,
Oh,
that's
true.
like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
$5.
luxury. Yeah. All right, and the last one. These people produce content for music and are considered anonymous.
Oh, Tony.
Yes,
Ghost Riders.
that's it.
We need a tiebreaker.
Hell yeah.
I don't got one?
Yep.
I do not have one. But you lost. It was 3-2.
Huh? Oh,
He got Ghostface, Ghost Rider, and Ghost Pepper.
All right, I lost.
Yes.
Damn, the ghost pepper did
Ghost
it.
pepper.
The ghost pepper.
Good
with the
work.
burns.
Good work.
Yeah.
Good work. As I follow Finn in the journey, right? And as I'm learning more about your music, who influenced you? Like, who did you see and was like, yo, I want to do that, or that was cool, or like that was, when did that happen for you? Like, man, I want to do this.
That's a good question. So definitely sonically, I was really drawn to 90s rock, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, SoundCloud. I mean, well, SoundCloud was later, but then I started when I started to play out live in LA at backyards, coffee shops. Someone else was playing at a lot of those same backyard shows and coffee shops. Her name is Phoebe Bridgers. She's very big now, and actually, I remember going to all of her shows and being like really amazed and really inspired by her work and her music.
Yeah.
I was probably like 12 and she was like 18 at the time or something like that. And I just remember being blown away and kind of like walking away feeling like I want to do this. Like I want to really like push my all, write the best, put my all in and like write the best songs that I possibly can. So I'd say like, shout out Phoebe Bridgers.
That's dope and unexpected, actually. Mine would be, I don't know, when I really wanted to like rap for real. It might be Jeezy.
Jeezy.
When Jeezy came out, Young Jeezy with TM 101, I was like, man, this is the hardest rap I've ever heard. And, us going through that like tough guy phase and thinking we're hard and this and that, which we're not. I was not raised like that, but Jeezy made me want to rap for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your weirdest or most unexpected like inspiration for a song? Like what's something weird that inspired you to write something that we'd be like, what?
Yeah. Good question.
Or it could be simple, like a breakup. Some girl broke your heart, and you was like, "I wrote this, left on red about."
Yeah, but there's definitely also been some weird ones too. There's been some unexpected ones. I think that like I do remember because I used to like actively like kind of always constantly try to practice this theory of like trying to always tap into my subconscious when I was writing music. So I would kind of write like very like dreamlike imagery and whatnot. And sometimes I would almost get into this sort of like semi hallucinatory state. And I just remember I kept on seeing like a candle burning with like wax. And I wrote like an entire song just about like candles and wax and fire.
What song is that?
It never got released.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess Candle Drip didn't make the cut. But yeah.
Okay. A lot of mine comes from like, relations and women and stuff like that. I've done multiple EPs like about an ex or about someone I'm talking to or with and stuff like that. I got a bunch of, actually I got a whole album, Guard Your Heart, Trust Issue, all that, you know what I mean? So I tap into like, I try to make everything real. Like I can have a girl and I'm writing songs about what's going on.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of revealing and intimate and transparent, but we're artists, so I express everything through music.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. If you could pick your dream festival lineup of like 3 artists or bands, who would that be?
Do they all have to be alive, or can they be dead and alive, or
Dead and alive.
You can do
dead
both.
and alive?
Yeah.
I'm going to say something very bizarre. So it's going to start out with Lady Gaga, and she's going to start the festival.
So unexpected.
I like that. I like that.
After Lady Gaga performs, there's going to be like a visual show, like a drone show of a dragon fighting a bear. And then while that's going on, Mozart is going to play his symphonies.
That's so left.
And then to end it all, Tupac is going to have a rap battle with every single prominent East Coast rapper from that time frame. And that's how it ends.
Could you imagine Mozart starting "I Ain't Mad at You"
that's
before
crazy.
Tupac come out?
That's
Like,
crazy.
People would remember.
We're in the age of AI, so we got to make that happen. That actually sounds like a dope show and a trippy show. I had a long list, didn't I? You got my list? I had 4 different shows. Like when I wrote that question, right quick. You remember who it was?
Let's see.
I got you. I said I split them up into like different genres. So it was this far up. This is crazy. We talk about fantasy football the whole time. That's crazy. So I know for sure one was Prince, Michael Jackson, and Jimi Hendrix.
My first concert was Prince.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, the first concert that I ever went to was Prince, and it was absolutely amazing. One thing about that show that I do remember in particular was that so Prince was headlining. It was a festival, and Prince would not start the show. He wouldn't start playing for about 2 or 3 hours. And the reason why is because one light bulb was out. He had like a kind of like a giant, I don't want to call it an apparatus, but it was like basically like it was supposed to replicate one of those like Showtime showroom mirrors backstage, but it was huge and it would go across the entire stage for part of the show. And it had a giant array of light bulbs. There was probably like hundreds on this thing. And one of them went out before the show. And he was like, okay, well, we can't do the show. You guys need to replace the light bulb. They're like, well, we can't. We're in like the middle of the forest where we can't do that. Like it would take 2 hours to drive to the nearest hardware store. Oh, I know. Like we'll wait. and some people might hear that and be like, oh, he was being a prima donna. But like, I would say absolutely not. I think that really just shows how much of a perfectionist and how much of a vision Prince always had with every single show. And that like if it could not be presented in the way that it was supposed to be presented,
He didn't want to do it.
why would he want to present it?
Right.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Right.
I wish I had seen Prince in concert.
Yeah.
I know you sent me the list because I heard it. I think I got it here.
Okay.
The second one would have been Jay-Z, Drake, and Kanye. Another one would have been Aaliyah. Hold on.
That's
Aaliyah,
sick.
Selena, and Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I would throw Amy Winehouse as a special guest.
Oh, that's
into
yeah.
that
Yeah.
too.
And the last one, I believe they're living. Yeah, they're all living. Would have been my favorite band, The Killers, Depeche Mode, and
Hell
Tears
yeah.
for Fears.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
like a sick like 80s like movie right there.
Yeah. What's one album you feel is like underrated or slept on or doesn't get enough like attention? That, and I have two of them for you. Once you tell me. Like something you play all the time, something that's on repeat, something that's like, why didn't this get a Grammy, or why wasn't this on Billboard, or why don't more people know about
Right.
this?
I feel like there's a lot, especially as I listen to a lot of obscure music, but I also like, I'm aware that it's obscure. So kind of aware, like, okay, like this is music that I really like, but I could see like how other people wouldn't. I mean, honestly, off the top of my head, I can't really. I feel like I would have to go through like my Spotify to like find an album that that I listen to a lot that I think is underrated, because I almost feel like a lot of
There's a
music
lot, yeah.
is like underrated. It's like it's interesting what makes things click and what
Yeah.
makes things not click, but. I don't know. How about you? Do you have some underrated?
Yeah, I got a couple
albums?
for you, and
Yeah.
it's different because I got to do my research. I kind of put him on the spot. He's like, I don't know. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
The two I wrote down were "A Place in the Sun" by Lit.
I've never heard that album, so I guess.
Wow.
Well, I know that band, and I'm sure I've heard songs from that.
You've heard "My Own Worst Enemy."
Yeah,
It's not no surprise to me, that one and Ziploc, but the whole
Yeah.
album is fantastic.
phenomenal. Well, it's obviously underrated. If it caught me off guard, so yeah, definitely. That's on the list for sure.
I'm very proud of that he hadn't heard that album.
Yeah.
The other one was Silver Sun Pickups, and I think it's called Carnival or Carnivale or something.
Silver Sun Pickups is goated.
They are amazing.
Is throat goated.
Pause.
I don't even know what that is.
I thought the lead was a girl for the longest time, just because his tone's so
He's
high.
so high.
Yeah. But that album is very slept on, very, very slept on, and I'm sure there's many more. You believe in God, brother?
I believe in God. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because even from a scientific perspective, it's like what happened before the Big Bang, right? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Even if I do follow a logical perspective, and even like I remember being like almost some of my first memories that I even have. I was probably like 3 years old and staring up at the sun. I think like we all subconsciously worship the sun in one way or another, but also just having this feeling of, something else is there. Something else is guiding you, there is a plan. There is something more. And I think that, based off of that like belief that I've kind of just always had, and like the logical following up of what was before the Big Bang, I'm gonna have to say yes. Yeah.
So my follow-up would be, do you believe in Jesus?
I believe in Jesus. I mean, he was absolutely a real man, and I do think that he probably performed. He was awesome. Jesus was awesome. He probably performed miracles, or he did perform miracles. I mean, I wasn't there, but I mean, Jesus is awesome. Shout out Jesus. Shout out Jesus.
Hey man, this is the second time I heard Jesus. This is my first time hearing it from them. You and I relove. The last guest said Jesus Cristo. What's it?
Jesus Cristo.
Never heard that before. Okay, you got something else? I got a lot more.
Go. No, keep on.
Okay.
Keep on.
You mind if I share a scripture with you, brother?
Yeah, go for it.
So 1 Samuel 16:23 says, and whenever the tormenting spirit from God troubled Saul, David would play the harp. Then Saul would feel better, and the tormenting spirit would go away. Music's very important. Mm-hmm. All types of music are very important. So, and he's a musician as well. We have this responsibility to change moods, to heal people, to save people, to make people have a good day or a fun day or a better day. So it's a heavy, heavy responsibility. Psalms is the longest book in the Bible. David was a musician, and I wanted to ask you, because I'm gonna get real deep and dark. Has there ever been a moment where you've ever wanted to like end it all?
Damn. I have struggled with suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideations, especially when I was younger, especially when I was a teenager, and I did have a few close calls, a few brushes, especially at that time. And I won't get too grotesque and into the details, but yeah, there was an attempt, and I. So yeah, it's something that has troubled me before. It's something that you work on every day,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Some days are better than others. And I don't know if there really is an answer to kind of that like overbearing darkness, whether it comes from trauma or like a lot of it. I feel like it's just as simple as some people are born with chemical imbalances. But and even I actually I had a cousin who did commit suicide. I never knew him. I've never even seen a picture of him. He killed himself when I was like 2. He was 28. But you know, it's I have mixed feelings about it too, because I also saw like the ricochet effect
Yeah,
of that, and I
yeah.
saw how that affected. Well, his parents were already dead, but like other family members. But it's definitely one of those things where it's kind of like if you have that voice in your head that it was actually very similar to what that scripture was talking about, like that weight, that torture. It's really really hard to ignore it, and there are like genuine days that I've had in the past where it's like, is this suffering better or worse than not being here? I don't know. But we're things are going better for me at the moment. So yeah, it's but yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you sharing that. I've never shared this publicly, I don't think. But there was a time in 2014, and I think a lot of the time there's an imbalance or like a process of elimination of like, this is the best option, right? And that's why some people go there. For me in 2014, when I went there, it was like there's nothing else left to do. I was broke. I was sleeping in my car. I had no money. I was on the streets. Like it was crazy. And I remember like to the point where I had the method. I figured out the method and I set it up. And music and my pops, thank God, saved me at the time. And that's why I read that scripture, because music, two different things of like, the song I had playing is a really sad record. One of my favorite bands, All American Rejects. It Ends Tonight. Such a sad record. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But I'm playing that record and I'm like, all right, let me send out this last message to somebody. Shout out to Dr. Boogie. I don't know if I've ever told you, but you're an angel, because he did respond and I was up from there. And I thought about like how disappointed and sad my pops would be at the time.
Right. That's one thing too about suicide too, is you have to think about how it's going to affect your
Yeah.
father, your mother, your friends, but definitely that feeling of not envisioning anything more, of not knowing where to go from there. I relate to that, but sorry, keep
No,
on
you're
going.
good. You're good. And then also the thought of like, dang, I won't be able to listen to music anymore. I know that sounds like minuscule and small, but I was like, music's so beautiful.
Right.
I won't be able to hear it or listen to it or anything. So music and my pop saved me. Thank the Lord for saving me. And anyone that's going through that or struggling with that, I want you to know there is hope on the other side, and Jesus loves you. Sorry to get so dark and heavy, brother,
No,
but
absolutely. It kind of reminded me of this one quote. When you were talking about like the music, not being able to experience music again. I remember one time when I was in downtown LA, I walked outside and it was like raining crazy, just like pouring rain. And people are kind of like shuffling to like shelter or whatever. And there's this one kind of like there's this one guy in the street who's just like going like this up to the sun, like getting like up to the sky, getting super wet from the rain. And he said something along the lines of like, when you're dead, you're never going to experience this again. All those people in the ground right now, they're never going to get to experience rain. So while you're here, you might as well enjoy it. And I feel like that's similar to hearing music. You know, every time that you hear a song, every person that died yesterday, they had plans for tomorrow. They had songs they wanted to listen to again. They had songs that they're never going to get to.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's something to think about.
Yeah. No, that's why I did Beauty in the Darkness. This is the album I did. And it was just like embracing it and going through it and living through it and just knowing like it come with life. You know, you could find beauty in like the lows and beauty in the depression and beauty in like the tough times. You know what I mean? So really appreciate you sharing that. For real.
Appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
That's heavy. Yeah.
My guy.
Yes, sir.
You got something?
Just to kind of harp on, so mine was a little different. Being a diabetic, I'm heavily medicated, insulin, blood pressure. And so as I'm going through a moment in life, like my outlet was binge eating, binge drinking, specifically like sodas and all that. And so I said that to say that when I was going through those moments, I was neglectful of taking those pills. I was just drinking soda. And so I knew that this was killing me. These are the reasons why I'm a diabetic now. And so I felt like that was a form of suicide because you knew what the cause could be by keep on spiking your sugar. And it took, you know, some self-isolation to realize like I'm laying in a hospital bed and I was like one soda can from going to a diabetic coma and not knowing, like someone was like, you should probably talk to someone because you were just going through a slower form of suicide. And so that was something that I had to deal with. And like Tony said, as a musician, just listening to songs and my dad was a pastor, so kind of just thinking about how he would feel. Like, dude, you at my church every week and that's how you gonna go out? You know, so things like that is what kept me in. And I think like how we all relate, like music eventually kind of like turned the page for me to where it was like, all right, like it's someone is in the same situation and they bodied the situation. So why can't I? And that was kind of like my turning page.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I asked that too, because a lot of people go through it and people may or may not expect me to go through it. You go through it, Ari to go through it, but little things will help people. Like, what did you do? Or how did you change your mind? Or how did you, you know what I mean? So I want everyone to know that it's a very real thing and there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most, to me, exciting things about life is the possibility of change. Like you can be in a horrible situation where you don't see a future, you don't see a way, you don't see a light, but you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
That's right.
You don't know what opportunity, what blessing, what person is going to come into your life.
That's right.
So if you end it,
stay in the fight, everyone. Please.
Absolutely.
Stay in the fight. There's something on the way to you. Stay in the fight. Right, Joel? Stay in the fight. When everything's stripped away, the fame, because you're going to be famous. You're already famous in a lot of people's eyes, but I know where you want to go. The music, the numbers, the streams, the awards, whatever that may be. What do you think truly defines success for you?
I mean, I think there's a plethora of things that can define success, but I would say success is leaving behind a legacy of some sort that can be remembered, whether that's through songs or whether that's and a lot of that, like now I'm sort of like thinking in terms of numbers or whatever that may be, but I would say, yeah, leaving behind like a plethora of things that people can come back to, discover, listen, enjoy, ponder. That is what success is, because, you know, no one really tells you how quick life really goes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and if like it felt like to me like I'll turn 25 in November. It felt like 18 to 25 was like that.
You're only 24?
Yeah, I'm 24 right now.
It's crazy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just like that. And you know, if you're not every single day doing something that could be part of that legacy when you're not here anymore, there's really no other time to do it. Like that's kind of one, like I think like illusion that a lot of people have is, oh, you know, like you can do it later. Eventually it'll be done eventually. Like
Yeah.
you can, but you really don't, and you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So as long as you can feel like, you know what, like I put in my hours, like I focused on what I needed to focus. I worked as hard as I possibly could. I worked harder than my competitors or whatever that may be. Then that to me is success. That having that legacy.
You mentioned legacy. If you can leave one song that would define who you are, what would be like your Michael Jackson Thriller? What would be that one song that's like, I want that one to be, oh, that was fan. Okay.
Oh, man, the next one that I'm going to
Okay.
write.
Yeah, Midnight. No,
Midnight.
I don't know you were only 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not saying you look older, but
Yeah.
you know rock stars live a crazy life. So, but I didn't know you were 24.
exactly.
But that's actually insane. Yeah, that messed me up. How do you see yourself as the steward of, like, are you the steward of music, like the responsibility of it? Like I'm the same way. Like I told Ariel, I'll have to put out stuff. I'm excited for your fans, my fans, his fans, because once they get to our catalogs, there's going to be this whole deep dive, especially you, like you said, 300 songs. So there might be times where I put out stuff with no promo plan. Shout out to your pops for telling me about Muso Soup and all that Groover Submit Hub, because I had no idea. But I'll do it for the love of like the craft, for the love of music, and just for the art. No one might hear it. Some of my songs don't get that many plays. Some do, some don't. You know, so it is a responsibility that we have with music, and because it's a gift, how do you steward that gift? Like how do you make sure like people know who Love Ghost is, or they know you're leaving that legacy, or you're changing lives? Like my content has shifted a lot. Before it was rapping, braggadocious, I got this, I got that, this chick. Now it's moving into like spirituality and God, and I got a song called ZZZ. It's really dark. Like we gotta help. So like, how do you see yourself helping the youth, helping the people, like with your music?
Yeah, I think that, and I get DMs and I get like comments, like as we were talking about suicide, about, you know, even like I think that actually right now the number one comment on the Pulp music video is it's super dark, but it's this guy he killed himself, and his brother found the headphones, and he was listening
Oh
to
my
to Pulp.
gosh.
But he didn't say it in like a way of like, oh, like he wasn't like angry about it. He was saying like, hey, like I think this song like really spoke to him and brought him like some type of like peace and understanding in his last moments. But that question about kind of like how do you, or how can I like, you know, promote myself, promote the music once it's out? To me, I always kind of viewed it as it's like being an athlete, right? Like you do all this practice, you get ready for the game, and then like opening kickoff starts, and you're like, all right,
Yeah.
like I did the work. Now I can like, you know, hang out and drink Gatorade. But it's like, no, okay, you did all this work, you spent all this time, this energy. Now you have to work twice as hard. Now you have to work 3 times as hard. Exactly. And that's kind of like how I see like the same thing with releasing music. It's like, okay, whether that's, you know, posting 100 TikToks in a week, all to your song, whether that's, you know, DMing every single person that you know that, hey, I just dropped this video, you know, the song really means a lot to me. It would really make my day if you could, you know, if you could check this out. And yeah, that's just kind of like how I always viewed it.
one thing I love about your pops and respect about him is he uses that network and really pushes his son and pushes Love Ghost. I love that so much. Like he pull up, show. Such a good example of a father, such a supportive father. Dan Bell, you know how much love I got for you, but I think that's really awesome. And Staff gets on me about that. Like I'll put stuff out, I won't promote it. Even with Last Call recently, like I ain't did no promotion and I do it for the art, but I got to do better with that as well. Lastly, my brother Finn.
Yeah.
He's like, no more. Love Ghost will be remembered as
A crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
There we go.
a crazy mother effer. I won't say that word, but is Love Ghost just Finn, or is it an interchangeable band, or is it, because right now you just said a crazy mother guy, one person, a group?
I think that, Love Ghost is whatever the listener wants it to be. I think that Love Ghost is interesting. We talk about music and scripture and different experiences that people have. I almost feel like having like the inspiration to write music. It's almost like a spirit kind of traveling through different bodies and different times, and it's telling you what to write because someone else that maybe is closed off and doesn't have access to those spirits isn't going to be able to get that wisdom. So like now as a songwriter, it's your responsibility to write down those words of wisdom that are coming to you. So for me, that's what Love Ghost is. Love Ghost is a spirit that travels through different generations and tells me to write music, tells me to make music with my band, and then eventually it'll tell someone else to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Any upcoming shows? I know you got a bunch of shows. You said you got an EP album coming up. Any upcoming shows we can check you out at?
So in Los Angeles at the moment, I don't have any shows announced.
Okay.
But I have a full UK tour in November that I'm super excited about.
That's dope. That's dope. I wish I could go. Should we go? Should we try to go?
We should.
Yeah, we
Come
should
out
go.
to London.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the first place on my list of places I want to visit is London.
Yeah.
Where can they find you at?
Just look up Love Ghost on Spotify or YouTube or Instagram, wherever you engage with content. And just look up Love Ghost.
You know what's been stuck in my mind this past like 5 minutes? I'm fine. Can we get to heaven? It's just been stuck.
Exactly.
That's my favorite Love Ghost song.
Yeah.
Pope is my favorite Love Ghost song. Anything else, brother?
That's it for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, so Finn, I appreciate you. You're my guy. You're my brother. We locked in. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This was deep. This was really cool, man. This is the type of interview that I want to do. It's the type of show that I want to do. You're a legend, Tony.
Thank you,
You're a
brother.
legend.
You too.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Everybody, this is the Tony Jones Show. See you next time.